Hello, I'm Mark Baer. I'm with Mia. Mia, you tell your last name because you do it better than me.
My name is Mia Holguin.
And we met the other day, and we've been buddies since.
The other day.
Yeah, and I was saying to when we left yesterday, when I left with Kirsten and I left with Lauren, and we all at the end of the day, I said, this has all been an extraordinary experience, but the best thing that happened in my day is I met you.
Aw,
and
thanks.
and because I don't know how, I'll tell you what I saw, because I don't know how it's hard for me to extrapolate. And I'm wearing the Crown of Empowerment, made by Esmeralda Gordon, my ex-wife, shout out. And when you wear the Crown of Empowerment, you sit a little taller. But what I saw in you was someone who belongs, like the rest of the creative force in this room. We're kind of like a group of people that ran off to join the circus.
Yeah.
And I saw you, as I said, there's a girl that's ready to run off and join the circus. And you were really, everybody else kind of was looking and stuff, and you jumped in, you were ready to help, and you were paying like super attention to the art. In this show, I see how people look at things and they look, very cursorily, and they'll kind of wander in awe and they go, what is this? And they wander off. And you sat and you looked deeply, and you sat there and you looked deeply, and you kind of wandered and you're like trying to take it in, because you're part of this circus. You're like the youngest member. But when you're creatively inclined, when you're artistically inclined, age is more of an ephemeral thing. You're like part of something, and respect is due. As someone who makes magic.
Yeah.
You went over and you had the extra twigs and you started making a nest, and then you made hats. So nobody else here started making stuff. You were immediately making. You were making the magic. So you were embodying. When when Kirsten and I sat down and talked, we talked about manifestation in art, what it means to start early to be able to make things, and the earlier you can make things, the better. Well, it started much later for me and much later for Kirsten, but you're already knowing how to make things. You're already tucking into that power. And I said, whoa, there's a little girl who knows how to make magic. So that's what I saw.
Thanks.
And so what do you see? What do you see here?
I see words that are put together in a way that most people don't put words together, and it's formed into a magical art. And I just kind of tried to go with all the naturey, organic themes, and by making nests and crowns made out of twigs, and it was I really enjoyed it. It was fun, and I'm really glad that I was able to be a part of that.
And how do you see your, you've got kind of a gift and when I was young, and I hate to not think of myself as not young, but I didn't have sense of self so much, or an artist is a little separated from other people in a bit, because you're a bit of an observer. You're taking things in. It's just a little bit of a different mindset that everybody doesn't have. It's just kind of a calling. And when you're young, you don't understand what separates you a little bit from others. And I don't know if you feel like you see something that your friends don't see, or if you kind of understand what makes you a little different. And I think you are a little different, or do you see yourself like that, or do you even think in those ways?
Well, I think I can see things that different. Like sometimes I see like splotches of paint on the wall or something, and my friends just think, oh, it's just a big splotch on the wall, and I see cow's face or something, or like a star or something else, something a little bit different. I just kind of put it all together.
It's just amazing. Well, you're my friend, and someday I'm going to hear about what you do in the world, and I just want you to always imagine that you're wearing the crown of empowerment. Look at that beautiful face. Is that a face? And want you to know that you're not alone in this, and that you're part of a group, that makes things. And I see you're going to be very, very powerful, very, very strong. So don't let, if you're doing things and everybody's telling you you can't do this, you can't do that, or this is wrong or that is wrong, just trust what's good and heartful. You trust your purpose.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I just love this girl. Thank you so much.
Yeah.